And then lastly, Angel Reese spoke with the media. And you know what? I won't even frame it for you. I'll just tell you that she was talking about this moment in women's basketball, the WNBA being the biggest topic of conversation in sports. And she was just discussing that, and here is in part what she said.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Your thoughts?
Oh, I agree with everything she said. And the thing about that clip, too, is she actually goes on a little bit longer. She doesn't end it with, it's because of me, too. She also...
In fairness to her,
yes.
She did say us later.
Yes, she did. So I think it's fair to point that out.
Sure.
Because just that clip alone, it looks like she's saying, well, it's me, too. Look at me. And that's not what she was trying to do there, I don't think. But I agree with everything she said because while Caitlin Clark is the centerpiece of kind of what's happening and everybody that wasn't before paying attention to women's basketball, I agree. It's not just her. Like, it is like that national championship game did huge numbers, and that was a big deal. That rivalry between LSU and Caitlin Clark and Iowa, and you've got other stars that have come. I mean, Cameron Brink's a huge star out in LA now. Like, you've got this. It was a perfect storm of players coming into this league that were big-time college stars. Like, and again, Caitlin Clark's the centerpiece of it, but there's more to it than that, I feel like. Plus, on top of that, you've got the Vegas Aces that have kind of newer franchise that people have latched onto because they have a lot of, like, really great players and big personalities. And so I think it is kind of this perfect storm of a lot of things centered around this big figure, Caitlin Clark. That's how I feel about it.
If you wanted to call this a movie, all the other stuff you just said, they are supporting actors. They're not co-stars. Angel Reese is not a co-star in Caitlin Clark's story. She's a supporting actor. She's a part of the story, but she's not a co-star. And for all the people who spent yesterday talking about these people aren't jealous of Caitlin Clark, you don't know what you're talking about. Play that clip again, and I don't mean Kyra actually play it again, but like go watch it on your own time. That is the definition of jealousy. When you say I deserve credit for this too, it's not just one person.
Yeah, I get it.
I deserve credit for this too. We deserve credit. You want to throw the we in? We deserve credit for this too. It's not just one person. That's jealousy.
I agree with that.
So stop it with all the nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese just showed you on television.
Oh, I think there's jealousy.
Of
yes,
course
I
there's
agree
jealousy.
with that. I agree
That's
with
why
that.
it's nonsense when people say there's not. Oh, nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Yes, Angel Reese just told you in her own words that she is. Angel Reese is a part of this. There is no question. That moment in that title game 2 years ago, that resonated, that built something. And that is, when we do a documentary on all of this, that'll be a part of it. But she's just a part of it. She's not an equal in it. And for her to present herself that way just shows a little bit of she's not seeing this whole thing properly. I mean, I'll just give you some numbers. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Indiana Fever home games this season, you know what they're averaging? 16,571.
Yep.
You know what the Chicago Sky in a bigger market are averaging for home games this season? That's Angel Reese's team.
8,000?
Half of it.
Well, I mean, that...
She's not a co-star in this story.
Okay, but that is Chicago, where they have literally everything.
Indiana doesn't have everything?
But that's a basketball state. That's a basketball state.
You ready? Okay, let me ask you this. Caitlin Clark plays for the Chicago Sky, and Angel Reese plays for the Indiana Fever. What do you think happens?
Oh, I don't think it'd be 16,000. I bet the number would be bigger than what it is in Chicago. I just think that Chicago, everybody's attention's everywhere. In Indiana, everybody loves basketball.
I mean, I guess I can't prove it to you. But,
I know.
But Caitlin Clark is literally drawing roughly double
Yeah.
to her games what Angel Reese is drawing to hers.
No, I can't argue with that.
And that clip is like, I'm an Angel Reese fan, but that is jealousy. When you say this is not just about, when you make a point in a camera to say all of this is not just about one person, that is you being jealous of all the attention one person is getting. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. So, like, stop it with the nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. They are. She is. That's obvious.
Yeah, she has been vilified in this whole thing. Like, I agree with that point that she made. Like, she has been the villain in this whole thing and gotten the hate, right?
I don't doubt that it's been hard for her at times. There's no question. There's no
she's
question.
acknowledged it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, social media is harsh.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not speaking to that. I'm speaking I'm speaking
right.
strictly to the nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. Yes, they are. I just watched.
No, I think they are too.
I just watched a woman tell us that she, is unappreciative of all the attention that one person is getting because this isn't about just one person. That's what she said, right?
Right.
That's jealousy.
Right.
That's what that is. If that happened in your office building, whatever office building you work in, and you felt like the office was doing well, unprecedented levels of success, but you felt like one person was getting all of the credit for it or lots of the credit for it. If you spoke up and said, hey, I just don't think that this one person deserves all the credit for this, I'm a part of this too, well, then you know what people in your office would say? God, that person sounds jealous.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.